Hey y'all, how you doing today? Dana here, and I've got a pie. Look at this gorgeous pie. It's a sweet potato pie. This recipe has been handed down for generations in my husband's family, and I got it. So I'm gonna share it with you. It is a delicious pie. I'm gonna show you how to make it and tell you a little bit about the history. And the lady who handed down this recipe, I have where she registered to vote in 1920 when women first got the vote, and I have where she got out of her kitchen and she went to register to vote. So not only was she civic minded and wanted to make sure she got her vote, she also knew how to cook and sew, and I'll show you her apron in just a minute that I'm blessed to have. So anyway, this is David's great-grandmother's sweet potato pie, and I'm getting a head start on my Thanksgiving cooking. So y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all about this pie. When I cook this pie and I put it out, it does not matter how many gorgeous cakes, apple pies, or what other kind of things I've got out there, this one gets gone first. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And it's so easy. It's so easy and fast and delicious. So I'm gonna show you how to do this right now in a minute. And it's so easy. The first thing you gotta do is get you 3 cups of cooked sweet potatoes. Now here's my sweet potatoes. I'm gonna pour them in here. Now y'all, this is in my cookbook called Happiness is Homemade, y'all. It's right here. It's on page, let me get my glasses and I'll tell you what page it is. It's on page 46. And it's called Granny Deera's Sweet Potato Pie. Now, Granny Deera was David's grandmother, but come to find out, now that this recipe has come out, this was from her mother. So it's David's great-grandmother, and that was Granny Davidson, who I never met. You know, she was gone by the time I got in the family. But anyway, oh y'all, let's make this pie. You can get my book, that's what I was trying to tell you, Happiness is Homemade, y'all, on Amazon, and you can get it as ebook or you can get it as print book, and it'll come right to your house. So y'all have all my family recipes, okay? All right, we've got these, we've peeled this, and in her recipe she says if you're doing a pie, and you need to boil your potatoes in their jackets. So you put your sweet potatoes in a pan, cover them with water, and then boil them until they're done. You stick a fork in them. When the fork can go to the middle and come out easy, they're done. You take them out of the water, put them on a plate, let them cool. When they cool enough for you to handle, you just get a fork and slide that peel off of it. It's very easy. And you put it in here, and you gotta mash it. And while we're mashing it, we're gonna add a stick of butter, okay? I mean, yeah, what's not to love about the butter? So we're gonna add the butter. Let me wipe my hands. And we're gonna get our potato masher out. Y'all know that thing that you got in there that you're like, what do I do with this? This is the potato masher, and this is what you do with it. So anyway, we just get in there, get it mashed up. Y'all, the first time I made this pie, well, I'm just gonna tell you that David's grandmother, Granny Deera, would make this pie all the time, and when we went to see her, she would have them in the freezer, and she would give us one of her pies. So she kept these in her freezer. So we knew we were gonna get a sweet potato pie. So the reason I'm telling you this is so you'll know that yes, you can make this ahead of time and put it in the freezer. And the good thing about it is, you know, you'll always have something on hand if somebody drops by. Or if, you know, you have to take some food because there's a funeral in your community or something like that, you'll always have one ready, and it won't be a hardship. But if you got teenagers, like all of my grandsons, they love this pie. I have one of them that I have to watch him. He'll eat the whole pie while he's here. He sneaks it. He doesn't know I know, but I know. And I'm fine with it. That's why I make 2. This makes 2 pies, by the way. All right, so we got this done. Let me get this out of there. We've mashed it up real well. Now y'all can use a mixer on this if you want to, but I'm just doing it the way she said to do it. Now after we got the butter in there, we gotta add a few more things. The first one is the sugar. Now did I tell y'all they had a sweet tooth? 3 cups of sugar. I know, 3 cups of sugar. That's a lot of sugar, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be a great pie. So we're gonna need sugar and we're gonna need a teaspoon of vanilla. So let's get that in there. And we're also going to need a dash of nutmeg. I know a lot of people put a lot of different spices in their pie, but in David's family, you use a dash of nutmeg, and that was a big dash, so we're gonna leave it at that. Now we gotta stir all this up. Now y'all, we will be cracking eggs and putting them in there in a minute, but I'll tell you a little bit more about the story about how I came upon all these items. After my first cookbook was published for the state of Alabama, my mother-in-law, David's mother, sent me an apron, and she said, this is David's great-grandmother's apron, and I've always had it. She made this apron with her own hands, and she was a great cook, and I want you to have it. So I was like, oh, thank you. So I love the apron. I'm sorry. This is how I get. But anyway, I have the apron, and then come to find out, you know, my husband is in political office, and when his grandmother passed away, they gave him the documents of his great-grandmother, because she had it in her stuff, his great-grandmother when she registered to vote. So I'm going to show y'all that in just a minute. I'm excited to show you that. I'm excited that I got it to hang up with my treasures that I keep from the family, that I've got some treasures from David's family too. All right, so I've mixed all that together. Let's move on with this. You're gonna need some evaporated milk. Now this is too much. I don't need this much. I need 6 ounces, so I need half of this. So I shake it real good. If y'all don't know about evaporated milk, it's gonna make it really creamy, and you find it over there on the baking aisle, okay? So I'm gonna put that in there. Half of this. Okay, the other half I can use adding in soups, or I can also put it in my coffee, because it's good that way, if you don't have any cream especially. Now y'all, this calls for 4 eggs, but I'm gonna tell you, I bought large eggs, and when I got home, I had to hunt around to find them in the container because they were small. So I'm gonna do 5 instead of 4. But now normally, if you got normal size eggs, then you'll wanna do 4. Okay, so we gotta get this together. Now y'all, while I'm doing this, I just wanna tell you that I'm poking the yolks and I'm gonna stir this up. I've got my oven preheated to 350, and you also need 2 pie shells. Now you can make your own crust if you want to, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement. I make mine sometimes, and most of the time I don't. Most of the time I buy it because it's really good. The bought stuff is these days. All right, I've got this stirred up with that, and now I'm pouring it in here. Y'all see how easy this is? And y'all know it's gonna be good. All that sugar, come on y'all. And of course, we don't eat this stuff down here in the South. We don't eat this stuff every day. This is for special occasions. Okay, I gotta just gently stir and fold this in. Now, if you wanna use your mixer, you go right ahead. But this is just easy, and it's calming to get in here and just stir stuff around. And it's coming together. I'm gonna get my whisk in there and see if I can go a little faster for you. Oh yeah. So what all are y'all cooking for Thanksgiving? I always do the full Thanksgiving meal, and this is just me getting a head start on the Thanksgiving meal, because I'll put some of these pies in the freezer, and when it comes the week of Thanksgiving, y'all know how busy we all are cooking the week of Thanksgiving, then you'll already have a head start. And I'll tell you this, y'all, on YouTube as well as on Facebook, I have all of my Thanksgiving recipes in one place. So I'm gonna put the links to all of these recipes that I do for my Thanksgiving meal in one place, and I'll link it here. I'll link it below in the comments, because you may want to look at those videos and see what you want to make. I have some great recipes, and I just want to share them with you. All right, y'all see how this looks now? Gorgeous. Now I just got to pour it up into the pie crust. So let me scoot stuff over, get my pie crust over here. Now I'm going to tell y'all how I do mine. I just put it, I don't want my crust to get wobbly, so I put it on a baking dish. And let me scoot stuff over so I can show you. And then I'm just going to pour it in. Let me see what I got here. Okay, this is a beautiful old Pyrex bowl that y'all have had since I got married, so it's actually my antique. I've cooked many a meal out of this thing, and I love it. Wouldn't trade it for anything. All right, now we got to make sure that it's gonna fit. Let's go back over to this one. Oh my goodness, y'all, it looks so good. And I know it's gonna be good. I've eaten many, many of these in my life, but not as many as my hubby has. All right, y'all, this is going in the oven. I'm gonna clean that up just a little bit. It's gonna go in the oven for an hour and 20 minutes. When it is very slightly jiggly in the middle, actually not very jiggly, firmed, not jiggly, but not overdone, an hour and 20 minutes is always right when I cook it in my oven for an hour and 20 minutes. All right, it's going in, and then I want to show y'all the stuff from that I was telling you about. So let me put this in. I'll be right with you and show you that apron and all that good stuff. Okay, an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, got it. Now let me show y'all this stuff. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on so I can tell you about it. Okay, I've had these framed because these are, you know, old. I'm gonna tell you the dates on these. This right here is when David's great-grandmother Davidson, let me see, y'all got stuff shining in it, don't you? This right here is when she signed up to register to vote, and it was on October the 16th, 1920. October the 16th, 1920, that's when she registered to vote. And this up here is a poll tax that his granddaddy paid. Y'all know it was back in the 20s. And this right here is when, let me just try it. Yeah, this right here is when David's great-grandmother registered to vote. And I'm gonna show you a picture of her. All right, and I've got this framed for safekeeping, but this is a picture of her right here and his grandfather, and this is the apron that she made. And I know you may not be able to see it, but she is actually wearing that apron in the picture. And this is her apron, and I'm just proud to have it. And then there's a copy of the sweet potato pie recipe in the pocket. So anyway, I have this framed, and I adore it. So anyway, an hour and 20 minutes, and we're gonna have lovely, lovely sweet potato pie. See y'all soon. Okay, I've got the pie. Look at here, y'all. This is a really good pie. After you bring it out, you're gonna let it cool for a while, and then if you're not gonna eat it right away, or you can put it in the refrigerator, you gotta let it cool, and then, or you can put it in the freezer, depending on what you wanna do. Let's cut us a piece, shall we? Let me go get a plate. Yum. Okay, this is gonna be some good eating right now in a minute. Oh, I know. And I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful that food brings back so many memories. And every time I make this now, I think about her leaving her kitchen and going out to register to vote. So that piece of paper is over 100 years old. You know what? Y'all look at this beautiful, beautiful sweet potato pie. Your family's gonna be so happy with this. It can be your new tradition. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go in, people. Yummy sweet potato pie. That is so good. Y'all, it's a little bit of sweet potato heaven right here. It is so good. You will not be sorry if you make this for your family. And I'm telling you, it's delicious. It needs nothing else with it, but if you want to doll it up, you can. But y'all, go make you some sweet potato pie. You can put it in the freezer and have it ready for Thanksgiving or whenever you need a dessert. All right, I'm gonna tell you what I always tell you. The good Lord, He loves you a lot. There's a lot going on in our world right now, and we all need to be praying about it, and I know I am, and I know you are too, because you love people like I do. I do love people a lot. But with that being said, we do need to be praying for all the stuff going on in the world, and I think that from one Southern mama to you, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna make it through, and we're gonna be fine, and we're gonna do good deeds while we're making it through, and cook something for somebody like sweet potato pie. All right, the good Lord loves you, and He really does, and I love you too. Y'all go have a really good day, and I'm gonna take a bite of the sweet potato pie for you because it'll cure what ails you. It will cure what ails you. Bye now. That was a big one.